On the news tonight, Est of educational materials. Odo gets second minister in Tinubu's cabinet following nomination of APC youth leader Ayodele Olawande. Federal government invites organized labor leaders to avert looming strike. And from the foreign scene, 14 people perish in Brazilian plane crash.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news tonight. My name is Timile Falade. As academic activities take off for the 2023, parents want publishers to desist from what they describe as exploitative tendencies. Bookshop owners accusing school of
the resumption of students to a new academic session is generally something students, parents, and other stakeholders look forward to. The commencement of as it necessitates the preparation of students for effective performance in school. Different stakeholders have voiced their level of readiness as a new school session begins on Monday in Ondo State. Mrs. Ajao, a businesswoman at Ojoba Markets, who complained about the challenges being experienced in the nation's economy on a business, stated that it has tremendously affected resumption preparation, especially for those who have many children.
Being a businesswoman in the market, we are not even selling because since the parents are preparing for the resumption of the students, so we are not selling anything. The book, this book aspect alone is not going area. So we plead for the government to just help us to solve our problems.
Parents, while bemoaning the hike in the price of educational materials required for resumption, appeal to the government to subsidize the cost of
ọ̀rọ̀ owó iléèwé ó ti high ọ̀rọ̀ ìjòkó ó high. ẹ̀tún ràn àwa náà lọ́wọ́ torí because àwọn òbí wa àtàwọn dádì wa àtàwọn mọ́mì wa gbogbo wa à ń gbé.
Everything needed to resume, the new section said it was fully prepared to resume.
Inú mi dùn tí mo lọ sí kíláàsì tuntun.
Dealers in educational resources said price inflation has led to the decline in the sales of learning resources, while noting that teachers have hijacked the sale of books and other learning resources from them.
The patronage is very, very low, and this is very obvious. Everybody knows the reason. The money is not there, the subsidy issue, the salary and everything. Together, the patronage is very, very low. So the parents, they don't have the money.
Answer tax, answer owó signage. Àwọn olùkọ́ wọ́n ti gbà lọ́wọ́ wa. Àwọn tíṣà yẹn wọ́n ti páàkì ẹ̀jọ́ síbẹ̀ ti JS1, ti JS2, ti JS3.
They have, however, called on government to intervene to save their businesses. A large percentage of the populace revealed their unpreparedness for the new school session. Finfoluwa Olaleye, Osrc News.
Still on education matters, reactions have continued to trail the plan by the Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, to henceforth base the promotion of public primary school teachers on public pupils' performance. Some stakeholders argued that the failure of a child at a given citadel of learning at any point in time should not be blamed on tutors, as several factors come into play in determining assimilation of knowledge and academic brilliance. Omoriola Fungbeji reports that the SUBEB chairman, Victor Olabinton, however, insisted that it will no longer be business as usual for public school teachers as far as the promotion exercise is concerned.
A 3-year statistical analysis of pupils' results reveals that there is a constant decline in the performance of pupils writing common entrance examination into the public schools in Ondo State. The analysis shows that pupils that scored 40% and above declined from 81% in 2021 to 76% in 2022 and 74.6% in 2023, throwing the state into an average of 3.5% annual decline. Elementary education is where children learn to read and write and also learn the fundamental concepts in science and mathematics, as well as gaining a basic understanding of the world and history. Learning at this stage requires quality training by quality teachers in preparing the pupils to confront the challenges of secondary education. Chairman, Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, Victor Olabinton, while lamenting the decline in performance of candidates in the Common Entrance Examination in the state annually, said adequate measures would be taken to address the decline.
We are going to sign the performance contract. It's going to be based on performance. Gone are the days where they just say every year we move all of them. Everything now will now be based on performance.
Mr. Olabinton was categorical about the penalty that awaits any teacher found wanting in terms of quality performance, said the era of automatic promotion is gone.
The government of Ondo State has invested a lot in education, particularly basic education. Government has invested. There must be a return. And what is the return? Output. What are these output? The children, the pupils that are put under them. They must be very brilliant, they must be okay, they must pass public examination, they must be doing well. Their salaries are paid as at when due. I hear some people say there is backlog of salary. Not in Ondo State. We train them in NEPA, we train them in every other place, and very soon now we are going to train another batch of 1,200 teachers.
Reacting, the Nigerian Union of Teachers, through its acting secretary, Mrs. Felicia Ogunjobi, acknowledged the efforts of the state government in promoting standard of education. She, however, disagreed with the decision of SUBEB chairman to hold teachers responsible solely for pupils' poor performance in common entrance examination.
It cannot be shifted onto them because failure of a child is determined by so many factors. It might be child himself, it might be due to the environment, it might be due to teachers, it might be due to the parents and government. So it cannot be shifted to the teachers alone that maybe children are having low performances or whatever. We will still continue to do our best as teachers because we are eating from that place, and the hand that is feeding us cannot be beaten.
Chairman, Ondo State Parent Teachers Association, Abimbola Omoloja, said more teachers are needed to complement government's efforts, while parents must also rise up to their responsibility.
We don't have enough teachers, both in the primary and in the secondary schools. So the government is at fault. The teachers, they are doing their best, but they are handicapped. And the parents, to the best of my ability, I tell them, apart from the fact that most of them who are illiterate don't monitor their children.
In 2021, Ondo State government recruited 1,000 primary school teachers, coupled with renovation of school buildings across the state. As much as government is providing a conducive environment for teaching and learning, it behoves teachers to do their part in achieving the common goal of laying good academic foundation for pupils as future leaders. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
You're still watching Osrc News at 7. We'll take a break now. When we come back, federal government invites organized labor leaders to avert looming strike. Do stay with us.
Take it from me, the mind-blowing way to do things is the Glow LTE advanced way. When you stream, it's like you're in the drama itself. When you make calls, you reach where others can't. Sophie! Doing business is like running Wall Street from your street. And when you play,
I did beat you guy. We'll see about that.
It's like traveling the world without moving an inch.
Is that Toby in your room?
You can download in the blink of an eye in 4K.
Go. go.
And when you go for your dreams, it's like running with the strength of 3 nations behind you.
Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Glad to have you back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook. President Bola Tinubu has approved the nomination of Dr. Jamila Ibrahim to serve as the Minister of Youth pending our confirmation by the Senate. The President has equally approved the nomination of Mr. Ayodele Olawande to serve as the Minister of State for Youth pending his confirmation by the National Assembly. Dr. Jamila Bell Ibrahim, a former Senior Special Assistant to the Kwara State Governor on Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), is recently served as the President of the Progressive Young Women Forum. The State Minister for Youth's nominee, Ayodele Olawande, a community development expert and youth leader in the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) on the state, served in the office of the Special Advisor to the President on Innovation from 2019 to 2023. A press release signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Njuri Ngilale, said the President has charged the 2 nominees to reflect dynamism, innovative zeal, and unyielding productivity synonymous with the young people of Nigeria in discharging their duties. The federal government has again invited the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) to a meeting in order to resolve issues over the looming industrial action. Oshunjo said that Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalon, is committed to averting the planned indefinite strike. The minister, who has directed the Department of Trade, Union Services and Industrial Relations to convene the meeting with the leadership of organized labor, said it was important that both sides resolve all pending matters to prevent further disruption to the economy. Jehovah's Witnesses are gathering at large regional events around the world for the first time since the lifting of COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. Not less than 6,000 conventions are scheduled worldwide as part of the 2023 Exercise Patience Convention Series. Osrc's Joy Pius reports that Jehovah's Witnesses in Ondo State gathered in Akure for 3 days in its first of 7 convention series aimed at exploring the quality of patience and highlighting its modern-day relevance through scriptural analogy.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, Jehovah's Witnesses have not had the privilege of congregating together, making this gathering to be the first since 2019, as members across Ondo State gathered in the state capital. Preaching on the theme of this year's convention, Exercise Patience, the convention chairman for Akure 1, Ebenezer Aino, emphasized the need for believers to embrace perseverance in everyday dealings with others.
In the world today, people are lacking patience, going out of patience, running out of patience in the family sector, education-wise, economic-wise, even in the streets. When there is hold up, people start to fight themselves. So we needed patience so that in the family sector, everywhere in the society, all of us will continue to manage our life and enjoy the peace of heart.
A number of interactive symposia were held to further highlight relevance of the theme of the convention. Faithful who must have missed the electrifying atmosphere of mass gathering over the years could not hide their joy as they listed some benefits of open congregation.
Scriptures encourages us not to forsake our gathering together. And in such gathering, we incite ourselves to love and find works. So if you are deficient in one aspect of the qualities that God expects of you, this kind of convention will help you. It will build us up spiritually so that we can relate with one another in the community, with our fellow Christian brothers and sisters, and we keep going.
The importance is that we want to learn more about the Word of God.
With 7 special series will run from now till December. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
The wife of Ekiti State Governor Dr.